Hey, Mark the Meerkat suffering in with the broad market review for April the 3rd, 2014. Well, there was a slight pullback in Wall Street today. Let's take a look at the numbers. First of all, the S&P 500 down 0.11%, not by much. And then we have the Dow Jones Industrial, basically a doji. It just was down a fraction of a point. Then we have the Nasdaq, though, down 0.91%, and the Russell down 0.98%, about 1% down. So they were leading the way down. That's a little more bearish than bullish. And the bank was at about break even as well. So it too is not supporting the move either way. Look at the VIX, though. It was up 2%, which does confirm the move down by the Nasdaq and the Russells. We do have a breakdown in commodities a little bit, but look at oil. It popped back up again today above that 100 mark. And then look, the trend was basically neutral. It's better it ended up. Transportation, although it pierced to a new high of day, it did drop back just a little bit. So, was this the end of our up leg, or was it actually a reversal? S&P 500 daily. Well, yeah, we did not a dramatic pullback by any means. Let's take a look at the volume here. Take a look at the volume, and it's, again, not an increase in volume on the pullback. But again, our danger yesterday we mentioned is the fact that we have a decreasing volume on this up leg. So that is not as strong a bullish. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial. There's that doji I talked about. It did pierce to a new all-time high, but did close just fractionally below the close of yesterday. And then we have the Nasdaq, which did pull back below that 20 moving average now, so that's a little more bearish than bullish. And then we do have the small caps, which also pulled way back here, was up above 1190 and now pulled back all the way to 1181. Just to be transparent, I did have a condor trade on this one and needed to close between 1190 for me, and thank goodness it did, and I get to keep all that premium on that one. Next we have take a look at Apple. And it's still in that tight range right here. It's just still in that symmetrical triangle. Yesterday it had a doji right at the line of resistance. Today it closed right down in here in between. So again, if this breaks out, could still be a long entry on Apple. How about Facebook? We talked about that the other day, and it rose up and then kabam today, back and closed below the $60 support line, which had been support all the way back here and below this major trend line. So this is not looking really bullish at the moment. Then I did show you 3 trades from our Stock VPIX newsletter. This is Disney, which for transparency purposes I am in. And look at that. It broke out, and the last 2 days it's now just basing, and that's good news. And again, volume down here is decreasing, so that's good for the bullish position. Another position I showed you, MGA, and it broke out on a bull flag as well. I'm not in this one, but it too is just not a big volume after the spike up. It means it's just high basing. And then THO is another one. Again, I'm not in this one. This was a ascending triangle that broke out. It's just pulling back gently. So things are still looking a little bit bullish for most of our positions that we're in, as well as the overall markets. This is Mark the Meerkat suffering. As Dr. Richard Mark Lee said, discipline is not knowing what to do. It's living what you know day to day. Trade well.